I plan on doing maybe an hour of puzzles and then going to bed. Although, I'm not quite a fan of puzzles, so maybe I'll do something else, but I'll try to be here for an hour. So I've already pretty much solved this puzzle. So here the first thing I thought of was taking this knight, but, well, firstly, if I take it, they can take with the rook. This takes, and then they can play this, and then they can take here, and that's very bad for me. But also, even if I could take like this, and they had to take like this, and then I won the queen, winning that piece, I'm still down in exchange, as I'm starting down a rook. I mean, I think the actual first thing I thought of was this move here, being a check. But from there I have no follow-up, so I thought. But ultimately, realizing that there's nothing from these other plans, I realized, I tried to look, is the queen trapped? Is there a way I really could? And this actually does trap the queen. I wonder if I turn on rated if it will switch the puzzle. I'm curious. Okay, well, you're here. Then I believe this here takes away every possible square. I also wonder if maybe I should turn on white too, to give me an idea of what to avoid as black. But you know, because these are all old Benoni, or not old Benoni, modern Benoni. Well, I guess Lee Chess puts them as Benoni Indian Defense Benoni. Basically, you play knight f3, after they play d4, and then they play c4, then you play c5, they push, and then you'd play e6 or whatever. Okay, so here, well, first thing I see is this, but is that doing anything? Probably, but there is a knight, unfortunately, so you do have to keep that in mind. So if I go here and then move the knight here, then does something like this do anything? And the answer is probably not. There is also, of course, a knight here, which should be very easy to win, I would say. And getting the bishop here, well, if I can take here, then here, and presumably this is a poor spot to put the king, and if they block here, they of course can't do that, because it'd be hanging that rook. Let me actually look at material. I have 3 minor pieces, they have 3. I am down a rook. In terms of pawns, we have, they are up a pawn, I believe. 4 and 2, but there's this pawn here. So material is fairly even so long as I can win back the rook, and I just need to not get destroyed by this threat, and I need to somehow leverage my queen and whatnot. So how do I do this? This bishop here, probably the first thing I would consider, as after this move, if I take, they can't take with the queen. Presumably, I mean, I'd have to calculate further, but that's just a hunch of mine. So, after this, takes here, does this check good? Probably not, as I don't have a follow-up, so I have to somehow apply more pressure. I'm not the most confident as to how to do that, though. This move is still a consideration of mine, as if I can take this, that is possibly very good for me. This I don't think will work. If I go here, they go here, I go here and here. I mean, that's another sequence to figure out. So this seems like a very difficult position in which I need to calculate a lot of things to their end. And if that is true and there's no like super easy, obviously winning move, just looking at the position, am I tired and just not being good at the game state, then I'm going to be here forever. If I play this, they, for example, push. Well, it seems like I can't really be checking them here, so any threats are maybe met by this, and that seems a bit problematic, although it's going to be difficult for me to move stuff. But with this, I just have to assume that giving them the time to do this is bad. Yeah, I'm just not a fan. And here even, they could consider a move like this. And I don't want to give them the ability to play that. This kind of gets rid of my ability to create counterplay in many manners. Now they even can play this, and I certainly cannot allow that. So I think this move is off the table. So that leaves me with mostly these checks to look at, and if none of those are the move, then I might be kind of screwed. Here. And I'm lost. I don't see the follow-up. I just don't see how I'm applying anywhere near enough pressure. Here. Takes. And now I need to somehow be winning. Maybe I can force a draw. It's very weird for a puzzle to be a forced draw, though. But you have to take. I go here. They can go here, though, I think. And that's losing, I believe. Really, I'm supposed to see something? Like, I don't even have the slightest idea as to what to do here. If I knew what the right first move was, I might be able to calculate the idea, but yeah, I don't know. So, I mean, I can go back to other ideas, but it just seems to me that anything that gives them some time is gonna make it so I can't really go after them. And starting with this doesn't seem useful for any of my other plans either. If I go here, I'm really going here with the idea of hurting the knight, but like, do I care? Or do they care, rather? Like here, and it's just and it's not like taking the knight's useful. I mean, I'm just getting nowhere. If I go here, they go here. I go Yeah, I don't know. It just all looks losing. I'll try to just play a move, I guess, because I don't feel like I'm making any progress. I mean, I can consider every move real quick. I just very intuitively try to see if something's up, but yeah, I guess I'll give one last shot, maybe thinking more about night moves. Yeah, I don't think that's getting there in time. So, if that's not doing it, then I don't really have a clue as to what is the best idea. Okay. Yeah, I have no clue what's going on, so I'm gonna play this or this. Or this. Well, if I play this, I mean, they even could block like this. I'm gonna make this move and assume it. Okay, well, that's the right move, but I don't understand why. But now I'll give more thought to it. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So they're just up a rook, and I can maybe make it so they're only up with an exchange, but I don't really see why that'd be that big of a deal. In a game, I might go after the knight immediately, and I would consider maybe trying to castle my way into an attack on that knight. I don't think that's any kind of checkmate. You know, if you go here, and let's just say some reason I can do this, then maybe they have to go somewhere. It's not like this can ever check them, and yeah, it just doesn't seem adequate. Wait, they can't though, because they're pinned. No, they're not pinned, because the pawn is there, yeah. So I need to somehow get this knight away. Hypothetically, if I win a minor piece, I should be able to win this. It all should be well. And I'd like to think I can do this and castle and stuff, but I don't know. I don't really know what's going on. I could play this and then take the rook. Wow. Aren't I brilliant? You're here. Now I just lose, and that's awesome. Because I'm not going to be able to take it. So I can't do this because of this. This is a big threat. This seems not really useful. Although maybe it's still better because, I mean, that looks scary. I just don't see anything very concrete. But maybe I'm supposed to just recognize that this is better, which kind of does feel better. Almost, sort of, not really, but go here and then, you know, maybe try to get my rook there, and I don't know how they're defending it. The knight certainly growing in game. You're here. How are they ever defending this thing? I mean, maybe the puzzle just ends here. I don't know, this is kind of the issue with puzzles, because actually in a game I would be pretty happy with this idea. But I don't know. I think maybe I should just accept that it's right. I I really dislike puzzles. It's too much of a different game. Because I'm just trying to think about, you know, the puzzle. Whereas in the actual game, I don't know what's going on. I'm inclined to say that you add pressure there with the queen. But why? What's the point of adding pressure there with the queen? Why would I be in a rush? If I don't, then what's happening that I care about at all? Like, am I worried about maybe like this move and I take here presumably, and they go here, and then I lose my diagonal? Like, is that the threat? I don't know. Should I try to win back the knight immediately? I don't see why I would. It just doesn't really feel like it's going anywhere. The knight is very pinned. I could take the pawn and then, you know, try to castle. But if I do take the pawn, it does seem that maybe I am running into this, and perhaps they are holding on to this knight. I'm gonna play this, but I don't know. Yeah, what? I mean, I calculated this and thought, I don't care. I thought that this move might be a draw, and this move... Why did I think this move would be a draw? That move, of course, isn't a draw, but this... Oh, and the rook's hanging because it's no longer connected. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, I got to this position. And I guess I don't know how I ever concluded that this was a draw. But then there's this, and I just overlooked the fact that now the rook is hanging. So that's ridiculous. Is it me being tired? Is it me being bad? I don't know. Let's put the material here. I'm gonna assume maybe it's like queen to e8, because why wouldn't it be queen to e8? But 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, same amount of rooks, same amount of queens. It's not really worth counting pawns, but they're fairly even. So this is a big threat. Oh, they're also defending with the bishop though. I didn't consider that one. If I go here, is their queen having any way to defend still? Yes, it can go from there. So, for example, this, and I haven't quite solved my issue, but after this move, for example, I presume that it's fine, and I just very cleanly win the piece. I don't think that's a big deal. So we're just gonna play this one. Okay. I don't see why this wouldn't be the move. And now I would say that this is a nice pony. I was gonna call it a pawn, but it is not a pawn. It is a pony. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, is this? I mean, it's got to be winning. But there is a part of me that almost wants to calculate further. But you know, like if I were to try something else, then there's just no way. Also, this no, but then they're taking this and that, and they're winning the pawn back. But if I do this, then I assume this move is just too strong. Yeah, we'll just take it. Okay. So I assume we're winning the bishop in this puzzle. Where would they go? Like here, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. I think I could also just take like this. But they're kind of have the same idea. Oh, what am I doing? You should play this, and I mean, I don't know why it's good, but it's probably good. After like this and this, for example, what would I do? Well, the knight's guarded. So, considering that the knight's guarded, there might be a good move. Something like this, for example, looks a little scary. And it's not like they have this square. So, I assume that's it. I mean, I could calculate it a bit further, but I mean, it's this. And they go there. And let's see, what's the most accurate way of doing this? But no, because that hangs this rook. So it's just this one still. And from here, if they were to go, for example, to like here, well, I could maybe go back, but then they're just going here again. And I kind of have to look to see what's going on. I am down in pawns and I'm down on pieces. This is part of the danger of puzzles. I kind of know what's going on, and I know what I need for the puzzle to be considered complete. Yeah, I cannot afford to be trading. I can't do this because of this. So the move pretty much has to be this. Unless there's some cool queen move that I don't see. I can't take it because I just take back. So I have to go here. But after this, what was my threat? What was my fear? I guess just like this. And I'm wondering how I'm going to go after them. Perhaps through this move. And now they no longer have squares on the diagonal, but they do have this square. Here, here. Maybe I can go here. So let's play this just to visualize it better. I think it's this, and then no, they went the other rook. Is this wrong? Oh, because then I'm no longer attacking the bishop. Yeah. If I go here, they go back here. Let's say they go all the way here. Then I have this threat, and I'm just crashing through. Yeah, I didn't see that all through. I would have put more effort into seeing it all through, but I actually didn't notice that this stopped attacking the bishop. I was a bit hasty there in ending it. This might be a position I've seen before. No, it's not. They attack the knight, and oftentimes there is a queen here pinned to the king, which makes it so like this is a move, and then like there's a way you can like take a pawn here or whatever. I think that's in some line, but this is, or is that the Pirc? Is that the Pirc or the Benoni? I think it might be the Pirc actually. they're similar. So I have thoughts of this. Taking like this makes the most sense. Then you might get a move like this. We get a checkmate like this. That's a pretty easy puzzle if that is the answer. But I don't really see how it wouldn't be. So it's just very threatening. If you look at material, I have 4 minor pieces like 4, and we both have 2 rooks. So I'm not doing too poorly. The pawns here are pretty scary, but I'm not immediately doing anything, so I've got to imagine that this is probably what's best. Then I have to figure something out, and I'm not entirely confident what that is, but I could even try something like that. So we're going to say that this is almost certainly how you play the position. So this is going to be an option, of course. However, there are other choices, such as this one. Afterwards, my first thought would be, okay, what if they move knight there? In which case, this would maybe be a repetition. But perhaps I'm supposed to just move the knights immediately. Also would wonder what happens after this. But then there's the same repetition. There are also ideas that's going here still. So if, for example, well, but if they go here, then it's different, yeah. Here, and looks like I'm kind of losing the plot. So I probably do just want to win the exchange immediately. However, I wonder about a move such as this, which looks kind of problematic to me. Also, I'll have to consider that this bishop is pretty strong. My late squared bishop and rooks don't seem to be doing much for this. I mean, maybe this could matter. Probably not, though. So maybe if I put more consideration into this bishop, I can find something adequate. Here. Also, one move I didn't consider is this, which then maybe forces like this. But I don't really see how that's useful. But I don't think this works because of this move. And it appears to me that stuff is kind of collapsing there. Actually, I didn't consider this move, which is probably a pretty big one to consider. Yeah, I can't believe I didn't consider that. I mean, I can. So I assume I'm supposed to infiltrate with the queen. They move up. I can go here. If they go here, then I don't feel like I have anything better than to go back, though. That's an issue. Here. Is this useful? I don't believe so. Seems like they will just be able to run even like to there, which is wild to me. I don't think a slow move. There's a pawn pushes it. I also can maybe consider this, although I question the effectiveness of that. If they even just like go here, then I seem to be doing poorly. So, it's still I'm a believer in this, I just don't know what's expected of me here. Let me look at this move once again. There I have this, which cuts off all these squares, and actually that's forcing this, I think, but yeah, I haven't considered this one yet, actually, so here, but no, but that's not a consideration in these lines. No, it is. So if I go here, and they go here, I can just go here, and all these squares are cut off. In fact, that would be checkmate. If I don't go do that at all, then I mean, I don't know, there's like this, they're never guarding it, so. What? That's insane to me. Really, we're starting with this? Okay, now I'm just playing moves. Yeah, okay. Oh. Yeah, I forgot to look for like that, for example. I don't know what to blame this on. Is it me being tired? I'm unsure. The great thing about games is when you play games, you get the positions based on like your understanding of what's going on. So, like, I would get to a position with tactics that I see. Unless I don't, in which case I blunder the game and lose to something I didn't see. But usually finding tactics for yourself is easier. Although that's not actually true, because this makes it easier because you know it's there. I'm gonna play a blitz game, I think, and then quit. I am really tired. Should I play different time control? Yeah, let's play 3-2. Or let's play whatever gets me a game. I'll play 3-0. For a game instantly even. But we get this. Okay, very good. What is happening? We're playing a Jabava. Fine, we'll play this. What is that? Am I supposed to take like this? Sure, man. You to you. We'll play this one, we'll play this, then castle. This doesn't exist with the knight, right? I don't believe so. What does that move do? I don't really have the slightest idea. I think they're just trying to get it on over. I don't know. I want to play this to get this. Am I calculating too little? Maybe, but... Okay, what are their threats? I don't think they have any. Like, honestly, I don't have the slightest idea why they think this is good for them. Well, I guess they're not really thinking. They're just making moves because it's blitz. Oh, so they're guarding this pawn currently, but otherwise, this takes away that. Do I want them sacking on that? Probably not. I don't want to play this. I don't really want to play any of these moves, man. What am I gonna do here? Because I want to play this, but I don't want to play this because that gets me checkmated. I'm just gonna play this one. That wasn't a wise move. I have some regrets there. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that, but it's fine. Not really sure I care one bit. If I go here and they play takes. I could even play takes like this. No, I can't because the bishop. Let's not forget the bishop. Takes, takes, takes. I can't take back exactly. I don't want them sacking. Bishop is kind of the issue. Unless I can afford it. Which, can I? Actually, maybe I can. Am I dumb? Well, I guess that's not really a question, but the question is, am I losing? Which, I don't know. Okay, they do this, which I have no issue with whatsoever. They want to double my pawns, they can double my pawns. They're down a pawn, the endgame's better for me. Sure, whatever. Don't really care. Can I take like this? If they take like this, for example, I move over. I think it'd be the nicest for them to play. Maybe it's not so bad. I can also maybe just go like this. Oh, I'm giving them this square. Does that matter? Is that square bad for me? I don't know what's going on, man. It doesn't attack anything. So I think it's fine. I'm moving a bit too slowly. That gives them an actual square to attack, though. Am I dumb? Maybe a little for this, but we'll make it work. Can't be that bad, I don't think. Because their queen's leading, so it's not like they can just sack the rook. That might be a little ridiculous of a move, though. I need to remember to, like, you know, move the pieces, though. That's perhaps my biggest issue right now. I also have to worry about the queen maybe coming to some file or whatever. Is this an issue ever? I don't know. That doesn't look scary. Okay, I just need to move. Let's not forget to move. It's a very important part of the game. I just hung my queen. Very good. I'm proud of myself for that one. Well, I can't do anything about that, can I? Can I have to trade? But then they just trade the other rooks, and the issue is that winning this is a very skillless thing, so long as they can trade off all the pieces. Wait, what? I don't know, I was so expecting them to trade the rooks that kind of shook me. What's happening? I don't know. Oh, they just took my piece. That's not good. Don't take my piece. It's okay. Has anyone ever beaten a pawn cube? I don't think so. Rumor has it pawn cubes are witchcraft, actually. So. What does this do? I don't know. And that loses a bishop. But they don't see it. But I don't know where to move the bishop to. What? I just lost a pawn. Oh, that doesn't... Okay. Don't take my pieces. That's not nice. That's not good. Okay, let's play another game. Maybe click this. I'm way too slow. But, as long as I can blame my mouse. Because, I mean, wow, moving quickly with this mouse is so annoying. It is really annoying, but that's not really related to me being bad at chess. It's not the real difference maker. Because it's just not very accurate. Like, I can move it quickly, I just can't move it accurately while moving it quickly. It's not precise at all. I can play this. I haven't thought about what I'm doing at all. Which is, I guess, part of blitz chess. I should be guarding this pawn more than I am. Sure, if you want. Okay. I'm now guarding the pawn adequately. What is my bishop doing? That's a great question. They are attacking absolutely nothing, actually. I actually didn't know it was possible to attack that little. It's like, really? They're attacking nothing with that queen? They really are. I mean, that's crazy to me. Like, there's nothing this queen is attacking. I find that so hard to believe. Like, genuinely, that's really weird to me. Takes, if queen takes, fine. Whatever. Yeah, we're okay with this, I think. I'm gonna try to play this and this, maybe. They can have the pawn. Not really my biggest concern. It's not my least concern, but I don't know. Yeah, we'll sack it. I don't think it's very valuable. I might even sack the second pawn. Okay. Probably a good decision on their part. I don't know which square I want to go to, really. I'm gonna assume this one. But I could also move the rook here and the queen here. Threatening to take the knight, of course. But, of course, if you're here... Yeah, we did miss this slightly. However... Yeah, really, wow. I should have moved this here, man. There's nothing? There's really nothing in this position. Yeah, there's nothing. But I still have good chances. Hopefully they just lose their queen. They're, you know, one move away. That's unfortunate. Just move your king, man. You know? I don't ask much of you. Just for you to move your king. guess I have to kind of do this. Not like they can really go after the bishop immediately, at least. Okay. Well, they can't even go here because of this. They won't blunder that. But maybe someone might blunder this. Don't care. So the issue is I want to double here, but I want to keep my ability to play this open. Like, I want them to be able to blunder that. But I think the best move... Well, I actually don't really have a square to go with any of this stuff. So, we're gonna start... No. Let's start with this, I guess. No, you're supposed to blunder the piece. What is that? My opponent's trying too hard to, like, play properly. But they're not doing it. Like, they're not misplaying. All you have to do is play this. I mean, isn't that, like, really good for you? Are there any tactics there? No, there aren't. Okay, they're not gonna blunder it. I need to give up on those dreams. This hangs a knight, which is a bit annoying. This... I don't know what this does. It does nothing. It's kind of the thing. So we're just gonna go back here. They can definitely blunder something. Sometime, you know? Nothing's working. You're gonna have to play this, man. You're just gonna have to. I don't make the rules. You just have to play that. Man. You really don't want to blunder. It's ridiculous. How are you even supposed to make buy in this economy like this? If nobody's gonna mess up, how are you gonna win? And there's never any tactics because their king is so safe. I just need to hope they're slow and flag. I still don't really have the slightest clue as to how I'm gonna win this, but we'll try this one. Take the pawn, please. That's perhaps even more preferable. I am so slow. I'm gonna get water. I'm gonna play another. I need to end positive. Uno mas. Do opponent. I get white. Okay. I believe C3 is the move. But maybe that's against this one. I don't really remember. I'm inclined to play this, but after this, I'm not the most confident. Luckily they don't play that and they just do some nonsense though, which makes my life a lot easier. I just want to get this. Here presumably I can play this. If this takes... I mean, I don't know why it loses, but you've got to be kidding me. Does it not lose? Like, you can't tell me that doesn't lose. It loses. I've decided it loses, and I'm gonna just play it. It's gotta lose. There's no world in which it doesn't. Okay, I can go back and also play this one. I'm actually unsure as to what's best. I mean, this diagonal is pretty good. with this incoming, while threatening this and this. Okay, very reasonable move. I'll just defend. I'm blocking my bishop, but oh well. Sometimes you block in your bishop. I don't mind this. I don't really mind that either. So how am I gonna really do damage here? I don't know. I'm taking a lot of time to think. I should just be playing the basic developing moves, I guess. That seems questionable in a weird way. I almost think I can play this, but that's psychotic. I'm gonna do it. Oh my god, they didn't even... Wow. Okay, let's just block in their bishops. My own bishop's blocked in, but not forever. Might even try this and this. Yeah, that's fine. I could also maybe go for this knight move instead, but I don't think that's the best idea. And now we're playing all on the king side. I have a space advantage. Should be maybe slightly better. What am I supposed to do? I mean, my king's certainly going there, I would think. I'll start with this one. They're trying very hard to draw. I'm gonna give this a go. The idea being that... Okay. Decent decision, probably. If I go here, can they stop it? Can they trap my queen? A couple of important questions. I could go back to... I don't think that does anything. Here, get some kind of takes. Huh. Maybe that is a bit problematic. But no, I still have the push, so it doesn't matter. Right, we're all good. Yeah, I would say so. Whole point behind my moves. That can't be fine for them. That seems very incorrect. Or maybe even this first. That makes more sense. Maybe both have to defend it. We'll see. What's the point of all this? To do this. Oh, I just hung something? Maybe, maybe not. Oh, I can't go there actually. I'll just go back here. Does that work? It kinda does, but maybe I'll figure it out. Go back. That's incorrect, I think, but they do get to this pawn. So maybe I'm getting destroyed. Anyways. Go here. Oh, is that mate? No, it's not mate. But I'm gonna get demolished. There's not really any salvaging this. I would need to get stalemated. Wait, maybe that's doable. But how? It's not doable like this, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. Oh well. Wait, what? Well, so it goes, I guess. I don't know if I've had that happen to me in a while. Okay, so that's gonna be the end of that. Or I think I started at 10:14, so I'll end at 11:14. I'll stall for the hour. Eh? Okay, that's stupid. I'm just gonna end it.